Tarisland just ended their beta, and I was lucky to be able to play through it and to reach the end game and the end level, which was level 30. And I'll be letting you guys know everything you need to know about Tarisland coming beta, the global launch, and the game itself. So let's jump right into it. So let's get first things out of the way is the technical beta is now over. The next closed beta will be June 27th, and the Chinese beta, closed beta, is starting tomorrow. And the global launch, there's no news about the global launch yet, but most likely it will be coming out in 2023 if there are no delays. Hopefully, that's what I would be guessing. But there's again no official announcement yet. But having played the game, was able to play it on PC client, but also tried the APK and the mobile client, and had the chance to play it. And overall, I was very impressed with the game itself. So let's start with first things, the classes. Now, unfortunately, the classes are gender locked, but hopefully they will add more genders to the classes when global launch comes. But the game is based around Holy Trinity. So you will have healers, you will have tanks, you have DPS, which will have their own roles in PvP, in raids, in dungeons, so on. Right now, off the bat, you will be able to play 3 different tank classes: Barbarian, Warrior, and Paladin, and 2 healer classes, which is Priest and a Bard. Now, each of these classes, they have 2 talent trees. So let's say you're playing Warrior, you'll have a DPS tree, and you will have tank tree. Same with the Paladin. As a healer, you will have DPS tree and you have a heal. So you switch between these 2 whenever you want. So just by one click, as long as you're out of combat, you can switch between them. So if you're doing like quests, you want to play the DPS tree, and if you're, for example, doing raids or dungeons or even PvP, you can switch to healer with just a click, which is awesome. You can move while attacking. The combat is very good. You can move while attacking. You have 8 skills that you can use. There's no button, however, for normal and auto attack, but your character will be auto attacking if you're close range classes. But I definitely think the normal and auto attacking needs a little bit more polishing. Uh, each class has combos you can use, and every ability will boost another ability. So you need to learn combinations, learn rotations, so you guys can utilize your character on the best way and the class the best way. And what's really cool about this, you can make your own skill tree and specialize it like you want. They have several talent trees, and some of the talent trees inside the skill tree unlocks new skills which replace the general skills. You can have different skills from other players playing the same class as you, depending on how you optimize the class. Basically, you can have your own build. There's several plans that you can use for talent builds. So you can have a plan 1 for E, plan 2 for E, so there's a lot of stuff to deep down to when it comes to talents themselves. Now the world itself is massive. We got 4 maps at the start. There was 3 world maps and there was 1 city, if I'm not wrong. And in this map, you can travel around by either sprinting or with mounts. And if you unlock high enough reputation in these areas, you can fly in those maps too and explore with flying, which is cool. In the world, also, when you're exploring, you can pick up side quests, which will give you XP, which will give you gear, which materials. And there are also like chests to explore. With chests in chests at places, you'll need keys to unlock these chests. Some requires different puzzles. There will be a lot of exploring while you're traveling around this world. Now the leveling was server cap in the beta. They would increase level every day. Now I don't know if they're gonna have that at launch too. Most likely they will. You reach a certain level, they increase every day, so you will be able to easily catch up players that gets a head start when it comes to leveling. Of course, you won't be able to catch up here because they'll be playing every day, but leveling you'll be able to catch up pretty easily. And I like that it is capped this way because then you get to experience all the dungeons and all the raids. Because the raids and dungeons in this game are difficult and AFK. There's no autoplay, and to do them you need to actually focus. And in these dungeons, in this raid, that's where you get the best gear. And to get the high combat power, do future raids dungeons, you have to clear the previous ones get gear. Now the big 10-player raids have a weekly cap of 10. You do 10 of them a week, and each raid has a loot cap of once a day. You do, for example, you do the Merman raid today, you can do it and you get the loot. You can do it again, pretty sure tomorrow, but you can't do it again same day and get loot. You can obviously help others and get friendship points and stuff, which you can use at the market shop, but the weekly raid cap will be 10. Now I think the dungeons does not have a cap like this. I think you can run it several times. I ran it several times and got gear, but I think eventually you reach a cap and get friendship points. So yeah, that'd be interesting. Now around the world, there's also puzzles and events you can do. Your reputation that will require you to do these events to get reputation XP. 1, 2, 3, 4 jump. 1, 2, 3, 4 jump. Okay, 4 jump. 1, 2, 3. You can unlock the flying mounts, and it will give you rewards too. So there will be reputation shops, you get materials, crafting. There's crafting in the game. They can choose between like dual crafting, armor crafting, and thing. And to get these materials, you have to events such in the game. So like I was saying, there are several shops in the game. There are P shops, there is reputation markets, a silver market, raid currency market. In these markets, they include really good gear that you will need to increase your combat power, and materials for crafting, if you're crafting jewelry or other things that you will find in these shops. And you will get these currencies by doing a specific event. So let's say you want to buy something in the PP shop, you will have to do PP. To buy something in the raid shop, you have to do raids and dungeons to get that currency. And in the raids, you can roll for currencies. So once you beat the boss, there'll be something that drops, and you roll for it with teammates, and whoever's lucky will obviously get it. But you also get here inside your bag without rolling. So you're not just doing raid for nothing. You actually get rewards for doing raids and dungeons. But you can also roll, and if you run with your friends, you can just rotate who gets dropped, which is really cool. Now the game does not have a player-to-player trading. In my opinion, it's a good thing because it means that there won't be as many bots. If there's player-to-player trading, the bots is crazy. There's several websites selling illegal coins, but they do have auction house market. There'll be still some bots, but you can trade and sell gear and stuff to players through the market. The game does have a world bosses that spawn. You need to be a certain level to participate in them, and they drop really good gear and loot. To meet up in an area if you're a high enough level. They spawn on the map, so you can see the timers and when they spawn, and you meet up there and you challenge it with the other players to defeat it and get some good loot. Now there is PvP, of course, in this game. The main PvP happens throughout the day, which is the battlegrounds, and the massive big PvP modes like battlegrounds are open throughout the day. And in this mode, it's like capture the flag. Some modes are like protect the train, and these massive modes, they rotate every single day. And the ranked arena PvP, the 1v1s, 3v3s, are open at certain times a day. So I think that is the only time-gated thing in the game, is the arena ranked PvP. But everything else that I have seen is not time-gated at all, which is really good. Now the game is highly competitive when it comes to raids and dungeons. You will get exclusive first kill titles for raids and dungeons. So if you're a competitive player, you will enjoy yourself in this game. Make sure you join the right guild, so you guys can compete for the first kill titles in these dungeons and raids. If you are a competitive PvPer, there's also rewards for PvP players. For example, the coolest like dragon flying mount is only rewarded to like the top PvPers, which is cool. Now, when it comes to the pay to win, the only thing that I have seen that you can buy in this game is costumes, vanity, and mounts. There's nothing to progress faster. There's nothing to make your character stronger. So there's no pay to win from what we have seen so far. So they are keeping their promise of not being pay to win. Now, overall opinion of the game, I have to say, getting to play the PC client, being a technical beta, I think the game was in a very good state. It is polished, and it has the potential to be the best cross-platform MMORPG. There are still things that need work, but being in a technical beta, I was pleasantly surprised how good it was. Now, the APK, the mobile client, uh, just needs more work compared to the PC client, but that's why they had this technical test for the mobile client so they can improve and make it better. So if you have suggestions, if you play the beta, probably send them a mail and give them some feedback. I think they would appreciate that so they can fine tune the mobile client for the launch. Now, I do hope there are some good changes. I'm hoping that they will add genders, that they will fine tune the combat a little bit, like the normal and auto attack, the tap targeting too. So I will be giving them my feedback also. But that is it for Tarisland. We covered most of it. I will be playing the closed beta on the 27th. I will be releasing more Taris content. I have a lot of content that I recorded that I will be posting before the 27th, so stay tuned for that. And again, my guess is this game hopefully will launch 2023. But if there's no delays, but knowing MMOs, there's most likely going to be delays. That is it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.